Hey everybody, this is Fex Affinity, aka Fex, coming at you with some Slay the Spire. This is going to be my first episode, my first ever series, so let's get this started. For those of you who don't know, Slay the Spire is sort of a deck building, sort of drafting, tower climbing, roguelike sort of game. I know some people kind of have, is it a roguelike, is it not? It's the maps, they're sort of procedurally generated, and you draft your deck and try to get to the end of the game. So let's get started. I'm gonna start with the IronClad, and he has a trinket that at the end of each combat I heal 6. Now I've played some of this. I've won maybe 2 or 3 times going up. I actually like the silent better, but for this first one we're gonna go with the IronClad to try and climb up ascension. Now this whale, he's gonna give me a couple options, and I don't want to remove a card from my deck. I like having all these strikes until about halfway through the first act. Obtain a random relic. I don't want to transform 2 cards. Losing those strikes early on is gonna be problematic, and I really rely on my starting relic to get me through on IronClad. Just I don't have a lot of healing capability, so I'm gonna go with a random relic. It's a strawberry, and max HP is actually super powerful, and maybe a little bit underrated in this game, especially on the IronClad. So I'm trying to find a path. The first 3 hallways are out of a different pool, and this will all make more sense once we get into the game. And a big thing is pathing, so I like this path, kind of do the easy ones, get to a bonfire, be able to upgrade, and then get going. Let's embark. Actually show you guys what the gameplay looks like if you're not familiar with Slay the Spire. Obviously if you are, that's great as well. So we're just gonna get into this. Now that first, this applies to vulnerable, which creatures take 50% more damage from attacks, which is great. Because the IronClad, he sort of likes to do a whole bunch of damage, and I'm gonna kind of face tank some hits and go on. This is that's the mana, if you will, if you're coming from like a Magic the Gathering background, for all these card costs. So let's get going. These first fights, there's not really a whole lot to them. It's not a lot of brain power, but definitely coming on into the future, it's going to be very time consuming to kind of mill out what the most optimal move is to retain, everything. And even right here, it's going to be a little bit of a thought process. Now, Heavy Blade is great, but I don't have anything to really create a lot of strength. One of the best ways to win on the IronClad is kind of get strength to generating cards and then just kind of snowball out of control. But I don't have any of that yet, so I don't really want to take this preemptively with a deck that, even though I'd like to build a deck like that, I'm not there yet, so I don't really want to pick that up yet. Thunderclap's kind of bad, and Whirlwind, there's a card called Cleave, which it just does AoE better, so I'm actually gonna pass on all of these and keep up the climb. Now these enemies are a little bit annoying because as soon as you hit them, they gain some block, so I'm going to try and get that out of the way, maybe put up some defense, see if we can mitigate some of the damage. Let me know in the future if maybe you want me to turn off their animations to speed this up, or if there's anything you think I should be doing differently. Ooh, that's a mistake. I'm taking a lot of damage from this. Maybe I should have played that a little bit differently. But yeah, let me know how this is. If there's any, audio issues, or if there's any way that you would like me to streamline this process. If I'm going too into depth about my thought process, let me know. Or if I'm not going in depth enough, deal 7 damage and shuffle a daze near draw pile. This might be good because, often on IronClad I'm using big cards, and I usually can't play my whole hand. Although disarm's super useful. You know what? I'm gonna go with disarm. It's to be able to take strength away from bosses is invaluable, because you can actually take them to negative strength, and then they're doing 0 damage. So carrying on, the cultist, he sort of, exponentially grows with strength. So it's really in your best interest to take care of him before he snowballs. With this ability right here, at the end of his turn he gains 4 strength. Not fun, but we will throw up some block, and I'm probably just gonna try and end him rather than using my disarm. Although now it might be worth it. No, actually I want to strike and defend. Sometimes it's a juggling act on whether or not I want to attack or defend. Really, at this stage of the game, just a little bit of damage isn't going to do too much to me. We did start with 7 extra health, and we do heal 6 after the end of every combat. Out of these, headbutt is what I'm gonna go for. It's just excellent, because then I can sort of pull cards that I want out of my deck. Obtain golden idol. So I'm not actually sure what a golden idol does. Oh, here we go. Enemies drop 25% more gold. That seems pretty good. This is pretty early in the run. And originally I was gonna come up this way to this guy, because there's a bonfire. I can upgrade a card, heal, or upgrade, and then, really make my way up, take out on a lot of elites if I want to. Although this isn't a very strong deck just yet, but on the other hand, I could hit this shop up and do the same path. I might do that, just since there's so many elites in this path. But I'm not sure what the trap is, if that's going to be damage or if it's going to be a card. If it's a negative, yeah, let's do this. Oh, actually, let me choose. Let's become injured. That's not too terrible. And then we could come over here to remove that. Yeah, let's see what we got at the shop. Shops are really nice. Ooh, I wish I could afford this demon form. Demon form really lets you snowball out of control, because every turn you're getting strength, and then it upgrades into a 3-banger. But it's not very good on hallway fights. It's mostly just lets you end bosses. Yeah, there's not much. Add a random attack in your hand. Yeah, let's just get this out of there. And we will... Actually, what are the potions? I will take a power potion. Just since it's going to be Act 2 when we finally get to actually another shop, and with the golden idol we should have a big chunk of change, so I want to spend all my money there. Now disarm plus is a good option, also bash plus. I think bash plus, adding extra vulnerability, I think this will be more valuable just because we don't have any way to pull disarm out of exhaust. After we use this, it's removed from the whole deck. It doesn't go to the discard pile. So upgrading this will only give me 1 extra strength for the whole turn, whereas this will give me the extra damage and 1 extra vulnerability every time I play it. So let's go with bash plus. I think that's the upgrade. And we don't have many cards that we added to the deck. We got a little bit unlucky with the cards that were given to us as options. Lagavulin, we get, I believe it's 3 turns before he wakes up and actually starts combat. So I'm just gonna end here, and I'm going to try and get my bash out in front so I can start with vulnerability and really do as much damage as I can. And there it is. And I will actually also use my strength potion. These are potions, I haven't talked about them at all, but there's a chance at the end of each combat to get potions, and this one gives strength. This one gives thorns, which you know, when enemies attack, it deals damage to them. This is really good for enemies who attack like 5 times at once, but it's low damage, like one damage but 5 times each of their turn. This really is excellent against them. And a power potion lets you choose a power, like it could even be demon form, that's a power card, and it costs 0, so that's pretty powerful too. Let's see, we got 2 more elites, so I'm definitely gonna save this for maybe Gremlin Knob later on. So let's go ahead and wake this guy up and start this battle. I love the artwork for this game. I think it's excellent. And here we go. Let's disarm this guy, save us a little bit of damage, and he's vulnerable, so I do want to utilize a strike. Here's bash again. I'm just gonna bash, and I'm going to block, and you can see that that's stacking up, so he's just always gonna be vulnerable, which is excellent. You know, 50% more damage. So now we're going to, he's debuffing us, so we're gonna go ahead and do as much damage as possible. And you can see we're really tanking a lot of hits. This is rough. And here we go. He actually decreased our strength as well as our block that we gain from cards, which is it's real rough. So there's 16, 26. It's gonna be better off blocking, because we got him next turn. There's no way that we don't. There's all the damage we need right there in our draw pile. All right, let's see. Now every elite mob gives us a relic, so oddly smooth stone gives us 1 dexterity at the start of each combat, which is excellent. Dexterity is really good. A little bit better on silent, I think, than the IronClad, just because IronClad is gonna eat a lot of damage, at least in this act. Later on, IronClad can get some of the highest defense stats in the game. So, and then we have a potion, and let's get a good card. Clash is hit or miss. It's pretty good early on when we're playing a lot of defense, and then we can just kind of send it out when we couldn't do anything else. Talked about heavy blade. Now I might actually take a heavy blade, just because we don't have a lot else. And then also anger. Anger is excellent if you can get a lot of card draw. But if I got something like Snecko Eye or something like that, this is gonna be a hindrance. I am gonna take a Clash. I might have to remove it later on, but we need to get some cards. I kind of didn't want to take anything there, but it was a toss up. Now I'm gonna upgrade that disarm. There really isn't much else for me to do. I think we should be fine with without healing there. All right, ancient tea set. Now I'm not a master at this game by any means. I'm actually pretty bad. So I don't know what all these relics do and the best combinations of cards. But here's Gremlin Knob, and this is gonna be a rough fight. So I might actually take both of the power potion and skill potion. We're gonna go with Inflame. Later on, anytime I play a skill, he's gonna gain strength. So I don't really want anything that has synergies with playing a lot of skills. But I will, however, do a spot weakness. This is for later on. I'm not gonna use it, but that's if I could get one of these in my deck. Oh, what a good card that is. So let's do it like that. And now see, I can't even use that card right now. But that wasn't bad. Almost 30 damage on turn 1. Now it's only going to be -1 because of the way that Gremlin Knob works. Maybe I should have opted for a bash instead. It's hard to say. I'm actually just gonna face tank this and kill him next turn. I'd save a little bit of damage, but playing a skill there is just not worth it. At least in my opinion. And there we go. A little hairy, but excellent. So we're gonna have excellent shops this run, just because we're stacking up excellent kind of gold synergies. And armament is excellent. Upgrading cards, if you look, it upgrades all cards in your deck, and this can really start snowballing you out of control. Also, just the defense on it's excellent as well. The IronClad's downfall is not getting a lot of defense in this act, and that can end you. So let's see if this guy will end me. It's gonna be hairy. Definitely gonna heal at this next bonfire. Just because it does so much more damage, I opted for the defense, and he'll be done next turn, dusted. So yeah, I'm excited about getting this channel going and doing everything. Now I'm not quite sure. Increases block gain from cards. You cannot play attacks this turn. Ooh. That's rough. So I actually lied. He's not dusted. But we'll get him this round. I wasn't actually aware that he had that ability. That's why in Act 2 there's an elite fight that has one of him, and you always want to kill him first. Now, Carnage is kind of bad. Entrench is good if we can get a lot of block, but we don't have a lot of block generating abilities right now. Weak is excellent, so that's my pick. And I'm saying these sort of objectively. I might be wrong. Maybe Carnage is good or whatnot. Like I said, I've only won 1 or 2 plays up the Spire. So now we're gonna rest here. We're probably gonna rest at the next one, even though I would love to. I would absolutely love to upgrade my armaments. Where is armaments? Did I not take armament? Oh my goodness, this is a little awkward. Well, onward then. We're definitely doing something. Well, we're gonna lose gold. I can't afford to lose any more health. Now these guys can be a little bit hairy just because they gain strength, or they apply vulnerable when we die. So we kind of want to kill them equally. So let's defend. And this guy has weak, so we're gonna kill his buddy over here first. That way I'm taking 3 instead of 6 damage. And there we go. That's that. I can't believe I thought I took armaments. I'm gonna take it now. So this guy is a really AoE check fight, and we don't have any AoE. So this is gonna be a interesting boss. I might actually lose here. I'm gonna rest just in case. The thing about him is about turn 4 he tests our burst, because when he gets to half health he's gonna split, and whatever health he splits into two versions of him, whatever health he's at, those guys have. So if we can push him past half health and really push him further, so if he maybe has 20 health, if we did that 50 damage, then we're in a really good situation, because the 2 additional mobs that he splits into will only have 20 health. But if he splits at 70 and then they're both at 70, and that's not as optimal. I'm gonna drink my Thorns potion. I'm not sure if he does a lot of attacks or just heavy attacks. I think he just does heavy attacks, but it'll be a little bit of damage. I just played my defenses since I had the mana from my Ancient Tea set. Alright, let's clothesline to get some weak on him. And here we go, 26. Yeah, so he does a lot of damage, but only 1 swing of it. So let's get some block going, and we're gonna upgrade our defend, and then we're also gonna disarm him, and that's gonna mitigate a lot of damage. We actually we're doing better for mitigating than I thought we would. Just because we're in a pretty rough spot, all things considered. I'm gonna play armaments just to upgrade my strike. I guess I didn't actually need to play that defend, but you know. So I want to be careful here. I don't want to do too much damage, or I want to do a lot of damage. I'm not gonna be able to play that clash because of the slime. So let's hold off a turn and see if we can push him with a lot of damage. Yeah, and I'm sort of regretting not playing it. We're gonna bring back our clothesline with our headbutt, and then we're gonna go from there. We did a decent amount of damage to him to split, but then these guys will split too. And the nice thing about once you push them past their threshold is they stop attacking. So. And we should heal after this boss fight, so I'm not, as long as we win with 1 health, you know, I'm all game. But getting 4 slimes is not gonna help. And now he's gonna split. No, I should have played those slimes. That's actually a misplay. Let's see. Just drinking some water. I'm not used to talking this much. So this is pretty bad. That's 14. We don't have any vulnerable. So here's what I'm thinking. Our best way to mitigate some damage would be to actually kill somebody. So let's put vulnerable, play the slime, and then yeah, there we go. That was excellent. So that's 12 damage negated rather than 5 or whatever a block would give. Not that we had any block, but it's getting tight. We're gonna have to just defend, and I think this is a loss. It's a tough boss. This is actually the hardest boss in Act 1, in my opinion. And, maybe we have a chance. Don't tell me the odds. But our mitigation isn't very good, especially with all this frail on us. But when he attacks the next turn, we'll be able to push him into splitting, so we're actually going to be in a decent position. Although we're not going to be able to push him as far as I would like. And this is why Clash is kind of a bad card in my opinion. We need the extra damage, but it just sits in there. I'd rather a strike in most cases. So, well, I guess we'll armaments. All right, we're coming out of this very, very, very well. Now, you'll remember what I said. As long as we have 1 HP, that's fine. Now, we have a lot of slimes, but I think we're in a good position. Alrighty. Excellent. This is a pretty decent potion as well. Now, when you beat a boss, you always get a epic or a rare card. Limit Break's good, but again, we don't have much strength generating to utilize it. Berserk is kind of bad, I think. Maybe it's not. I'm not sure if you get 2 vulnerable every turn on top of the mana, in which case it'd probably be pretty good, or it'd be pretty bad, or if it's 2 vulnerable when you play it and then you get this each turn. So I'm not sure if it's just 2 turns of vulnerable or if it's, you know, sort of infinite vulnerable. Although I'm sure they would have worded it different if it was just like, why would it give you 2 vulnerable if it's every turn it wouldn't matter, just gaining vulnerable would be vulnerable, right? So maybe that's good. Maybe I'll take that, just since I've never really played with it. Well, the Reaper's amazing. If there's a lot of enemies, you can just heal up tons. If you get a lot of strength, you know, and even if there's only one, you know, you can heal up just immense amounts of damage. And honestly, it's tough because an extra mana is good, but this comes with a downside, whereas this is exclusively ups. So that will also help us with our AoE. We might get some mana or energy out of this. Now we can remove 2 cards. This is gain energy at the start of your turn, but you can no longer obtain potions. And this is whenever you lose HP, draw 1 card. Now these are boss relics. I believe they're in a different pool than the elite fight relics and the shop relics. I think I'm gonna take a Sozu. Now I'm not sure if you can still buy I'm not sure if you can still buy potions or not, or if it's just, you know, 0 chance to obtain them from hallway fights and stuff like that. Although I could also take out 2 strikes. I don't know. Let's take Sozu. I've never taken it before. And let's learn together. Act 2, the city. Now I believe that's the night fight. For whatever it's worth. I remember shops are gonna be pretty decent for us, but I would like a bonfire before my first elite. Now there's a lot of question marks, so there's not good optics to gaining cards, which is sort of what we need. But Act 2 fights in hallways are pretty awful, to be honest. And I kind of like this path coming up here, coming this way. This should be a relic, and then coming all the way up. I think that looks pretty good. So let's get on with it. And see, I healed the fool, so you know, even though it was really close on that last boss encounter, we had it all along. So then you get into these sort of fights where Clash seems excellent. I'm undecided. I still think it's a little bit worse than it is good, if you know what I mean. I'm just gonna block this damage. I actually played an extra block. I forgot that. I forgot what I was doing. I forgot that I was gonna disarm him, but that's alright. Now let's bash him, and then actually whenever I take a mana generating relic, it always takes me a few turns before I'm like, oh, alright, I got 4 resources to go through. think I would like to block and then headbutt a clothesline. Yeah, there we go. That way we can get some more weak on him and I'm not getting obliterated. I have a lot of problems with this guy and the Sword of Plant Serpent, if you know who that is. So upgrade that, 3 weak, and then we'll strike him as well. And this fight's actually going excellent. We're at a net positive after our heal, and if the Reaper comes around, I'd like to try and use that when he's vulnerable. That way I can gain some health as well, although I don't think it's gonna it's gonna heal me for 6 damage, so if I take this on the face, it's not worth waiting. Alright, Cleave. Cleave is what I was talking about. It's very good. It's a lot better than Whirlwind, in my opinion. There's an argument for Perfected Strike. But I want Cleave. These guys are super annoying with their artifact, which is kind of a cancel or negates my debuffs. I don't actually want to play that Reaper just yet. I'd like to, actually get value out of the lifesteal. Clothesline. Oh, I should have armaments it. That's all right. We'll get it next time. But you see what I mean? I could have put a weak out with that clothesline, but it just absorbs it, which is really annoying. I think we'll just keep it on. So we're gonna take a ton of damage here. This is what I'm saying. Act 2 hallway fights are just brutal. Normally about Act 3, your deck's kind of getting together. You pretty well have your plans made up with it. And so I feel the hallway fights aren't as bad in there than it is in Act 2. It's just make or break. So let's apply some weaks. I guess not. Let's get some block up, and actually we'll just kill him right there. Done and done. Alright, Metallicize is excellent, but Flex is also good. Flex might be better. We're struggling in a lot of areas. It's hard to say. I think we'll go. Let's go Metallicize. I'm sure another flex will show up, so if we want one, we can get one. And we're gonna get Jax. It's just strength. It's a super good card. Especially on the IronClad, because he has cards that when you take damage from your cards, you gain strength. I know I said we were coming up here. There isn't a shop that way. So we could actually come this way and remove it. We have a decent chunk of change, and then if we don't feel comfortable fighting this elite, we can come back up. So let's take it. Oh, and the next 2 curses are negated. So did I actually receive this curse? No. All right, excellent. So it's usually 3. That gives us some options. Now these guys are really good if we think we can kill them, because he gives us his mask and that applies as vulnerable on our first turn of each combat. And I'm not trying to lose all my gold, so let's fight him. This is pretty much an elite fight. We're gonna get jaxed, and then we're gonna metallicize. And we're just gonna play everything out. And we're gonna get jaxed back. We want to kill Bear first because he's gonna reduce the amount of armor we generate. Yeah, see. Or no, it's decrease vulnerability. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So it's awkward that it just barely doesn't kill him. And then, so we're gonna take a lot of damage. I'm not too displeased with that though. Armaments. So 5 more damage, but we'll heal up a little bit. Ooh, it would have been really good if that shown up when they were all here. I don't want to take any more damage, so I'm just gonna stall. He's got minus strength. And with our metallicize each turn, we can afford to stall it out to save a little bit of HP. So this is the mask I was talking about. I love it. I'm sorry, I think I said it was vulnerable earlier. It applies weak, so when they open up on us, it's not as much damage. An upgraded perfected strike or a battle trance. I'm gonna take the battle trance. I think we might die if we go to this. Although if it's Minion Lord or the Slavers and we Reaper, we're in a good position. Yeah, let's go for it. Who dares wins. That's Jax, and then I was really hoping to get like I said, this guy, he's the guy who we fought in a single fight. I'm actually gonna drink this. This is just like metallicize. So we'll see how this goes. Still gonna take 14 damage and a wound. We have a pretty small deck, so getting wounds is it's not the best. I'm actually gonna disarm. Well, yeah, well, I guess it doesn't quite matter. Boom, get him out of there, because he'll do the same thing he did when he was alone. He'll give us a debuff to where we can not play attacks, which is pretty bad. But we're doing pretty good on this turn, staying at a positive block to damage ratio. It's a shame that we can't apply any vulnerable, but we're gonna Reaper and get a lot of health back, and then what do I want back? Cleave or Jax? Probably Cleave. And again, we're going to take a lot of damage. But that's alright. We'll make it through, and then we'll go to the shop and we'll heal, and we'll get back to where we need to be. Clothesline, strike, and then weak. Close calls. That's why I like the silent a little bit better than the ironclad, because you have so much more ability to defend, and it's not, you're never kind of playing this close to the netherworld. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Like I said, this is my first ever episode of any YouTube. So it's gonna be awkward. I know I've made mistakes. This isn't a game I'm especially good at either, so it's a little, I don't think we're gonna win this run. I still, kind of 75-25 split on the L, but we did get a question card, which is excellent. Oh yeah, so it drops potions, it just eats it. Sozu. And power through might be good. We need block. But wounds will destroy us. I don't really like these. I thought we got feature card rewards have one additional card. I'm sad that it didn't affect this one. What the hell? Let's go for it. We don't have to necessarily play it if we don't want to. Is there anything we want to remove? No, not quite. So let's see what these do. Decent AoE. Juzu Bracelet isn't the best. Sometimes you want encounters. As long as your deck can handle it, it's actually better to get an encounter than not in question mark spaces. And we don't have enough powers to really make this work for us. Inflame's good. I'm taking a Shrug It Off. Oh, and we have restock. I forgot. I might take Fiendfire as well. Let's go with a Inflame. At the end of your turn, lose 1 HP and deal 5 damage to all enemies. No, I don't think we will, but I think we will take this. And you know what? We're just gonna buy it out like that. We got a lot of stuff, but we are not in a position to fight an elite with 24 health. Ooh, this is interesting too. We got a Snecko, the lizard who drops the famous Snecko Eye. I mean, he doesn't actually drop it, but you take his eyeball, which he will apply a debuff called Confusion, and it randomizes the cost of every item that we draw, and it's just nasty. Although it could be good. I mean, if you're building a deck around Confusion, which is what the Trinket Snecko Eye does, it just permanently gives you a Confusion. It's excellent because you can take, you know, 3 cost cards and it doesn't matter. So let's flex, defend, strike, cleave. Shrug it off, defend, bring that flex back. Oh, we should brought Jax back actually. This might be it, folks. Playing very close to death. Oh, you know what? I should have flexed first. And then we have to Reaper, which gives us just enough to survive. So close. I think a Jax would have actually killed us if we brought that back instead. But we do have the second Reaper. Block. Metallicize. Reaper. Getting close. Alright, 6-24. Pretty well have to take him this turn. I tell you what we do want to do. We do want to battle trance and hope for... What is that? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that should kill him. Fiend Fire does so much damage. Goodness, we should not be alive. Alright. Oh, I don't really like any of these. Maybe dual wield. We'll try it. I've never used dual wield before, so we'll see how I like it. Now, the size of these chests determine the rarity of the relic, so that's actually good. Now, we're never going to have this activated for the way we've been playing. Being on full health is not something I've been good at. Now, do we take... We got to take this. And we have to rest. I've been trying to upgrade that armaments forever, but it's just not happening. Ooh. 2 random skills. Fingers crossed for armaments. Power through, not bad. And a defend, which is, I mean, it's better than not having upgraded defend. Combustion, no. Maybe take an anger. We don't really have the card draw for that. Is there anything we'd like to get rid of? I think we'll probably just be on our way. I'm gonna try and kill this one first because it heals. So let's see about dual wielding. Oh, it just duplicates. Well, excellent. I misunderstood how that card worked, but we'll kill. That's not too bad. This fight is over now. That's the hardest part of this fight. Metallicize, defend, and 3-12, taking 2 damage for 8. Whoa. Oh goodness, I'm all right. I thought I was out of energy. Like I said, every once in a while, I forget what I'm doing. We will inflame. Yeah, excellent. Excellent. I'd like to wait for the next one too. Clothesline for the week and then shrug it off. Excellent. Like I said, this hallway fight's been going super good. All right, let's headbutt the flex. I guess it's not an upgraded flex, and then we'll battle trance, flex, use this. Oh, I guess I can't fiend fire. Oh, well, I misplayed that also, and then I didn't defend, so I'm actually just bad. What a bad play. It doesn't matter. Yeah, because we got to. We can't play that. Soon we'll kill this guy. Alright, there we go. Very nice. Clothesline plus would be nice. Hemokinesis is really good. If we can afford it, to lose the HP that is, it just does a ton of damage, especially with some strength in there. You're chunking. But I am gonna take another clothesline. It's that good. Weak is super powerful. Now this is the other guy I was talking about that that gives me lots of trouble. We'll see if it's consistent as well here. We'll heal. It's not even gonna heal the damage that he's gonna do to me this turn. But I mean, 53. We were real low earlier. Now we did rest, but. Unfortunate. So always want to get defends that I don't need. Let's do this for some card draw. Excellent. All right, awesome. I don't never quite understand how he works. There we go. Yeah, so dual wield's bad. I shouldn't have taken it. I guess we'll... And I don't think we're gonna beat this boss. This deck is not very strong. Ooh, that was a misplay. Well, I guess, see, we'll never play Clash again. We might as well remove this from the deck. Now, I'm trying to get some... damage out there when I really can. So let's battle trance, clothesline, armaments, headbutt. There we go. Now we have strength. Heavy blade's a good. We can beat the game with heavy game. We can beat the game with heavy strike. Snowball it out of control. Although we have to heal here. I keep having to heal every single campfire, and it's really keeping this deck held back. Play the whole hand. I'm sorry, my allergies are going a little bit, so if you hear me sniffling, I apologize. It probably sounds awful. Let's shrug it off. Then armaments. Upgrade maybe upgrade that. That's awesome. And then, yeah, there we go. We have a lot of expensive cards, and we're getting them all together. Jacks, dual wield inflame. Play both of these, and then just eat the damage. That might have been a big misplay too. I mean, well, we don't have a lot of block, and so it's hard for us to do anything. Apply the weak, cleave, and then headbutt back. Heavy blade, because heavy blade's gonna do 1,000,000 damage now. But we need some blocks. We don't have any block coming up either. Oh, I guess we have power through. So, power through, disarm, heavy blade. Yeah, that was a pretty good turn. The bad thing about this guy is when he reaches, I think it's 33% health, he gains 6 strength and then like 2 strength a turn, and he just attacks at that point, and he gets ridiculous. So this is the easy part of him, and he already took me down. How many hit points? That's armament, cleave, because cleave always does more damage than a strike. We get him vulnerable and cleave, and we're starting to do a lot of damage. Once we get jaxed a couple more times, we're gonna be chunking, but we got to get to that point. Let's dual wield fiend fire, flex fiend fire. Excellent, 'cause then we can get another fiend fire. He's getting to that point. Shrug it off. These Reapers are saving my butt. I tell you what. It's good mitigation, I suppose. It's a stretch to call it mitigation, but it's right there. He did it, and you can see he's gonna kill us if we can't get any block up. And luckily we can. There's that. I think I'm gonna take Clash out of the deck. Heavy blade, defend. And I mean, you can see where Heavy Blade is really coming in handy. But you can also see how bad of a place we are. We're probably gonna die in the next few hands. Although we can get some weak on him. Excellent. All we need is that heavy blade to come back, and we're in a good spot. Battle trance, some of this. We might actually have this. I'm very surprised. I'll be very surprised if we make it to Act 3. Is that game? Nope, we're still chugging along. Like I said, as long as we have 1 HP, it's good to go. And there it is. There it is, the 64 damage heavy blade. Goodness, this deck is not very good. It makes me nervous. We're gonna take the demon form. Like I was saying earlier, demon form is excellent for beating bosses because it just snowballs you. Now I do like taking Busted Crown when we have a question card. I think it's pretty good. Normally it's awful, especially when you need as many cards as we need in this deck for it to pop off. No longer rest at rest site is pretty rough. We do have 2 Reapers in our deck, so we might be able to pull it off. But it's almost assuredly a loss. I'm not that good. Upon picking, transfer 3 cards, then upgrade them. You know what? I'll take it. Let's get this clash out of here. I think dual wield is bad as well, so let's get that out of this deck. And then let's take out a strike as well. So we got an immolate, a flex upgraded, and then a rage. Yeah, not too bad. This will be really good against enemies like the slimes that come in this act. Really good. And it'll also be good against the boss, since there's 2 bosses here. Now shops are excellent for us. So many question marks. Maybe that Juzu beads would have been a good pickup. I mean, we can come up this way. Come up this way. Come up this way. Yeah, there we go. That's much better, I think. Yeah, these guys, that emulsion's gonna be excellent. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll take it. These guys are really annoying because if you don't kill them all at once, they come back. So you gotta cleave them all down. We're gonna take a lot of damage off the bat here. I guess it doesn't really matter. There we go. But we did play demon form, so I mean, we're gonna kill these guys. but taking 25% health on the first room isn't very good. Although luckily enough, we got a pretty good deck at handling this. Really, I'm trying to get to this. The Immolate's gonna win us this hallway fight. I think Cleave's gonna be excellent as well, but we're just going to snowball so hard. Like that's so good. And then headbutt. You're doing the most damage. Headbutt. Headbutt that Cleave. So we should win this next turn. We'll win. Yeah, we didn't get that Emily. I'm glad we headbutted. Shrug it off or another disarm. Or shockwave. Shockwave's actually excellent. But I think we need another shrug it off. Yeah, that's gonna be the play. And we got lots of question marks, and finally I can upgrade this armaments. Excellent. And here's a shop. What did I go for? I went for the shrug it off. Unfortunate. I actually think Pommel Strike might be good here. That'd be pretty good. This is counteractive with that, so it's not very good. That could be good as well. That's awful. Yeah, we'll take a shrug it off. I'm not trying to take another armaments. What we'll do is we'll remove a strike, and then we'll. We got a lot. Let's take this, and then we'll call it a day. Nice, more cleave fights. That's what I like to see. Go here. We got pretty lucky with this fight too. Sometimes there's a guy who explodes, and they're pretty annoying. If you don't kill them in like 3 turns, they do like 30 or 40 damage. They're pretty nasty. Let's what is that? 7 times 4 is 28. That's actually not that much damage. But none of them are attacking, so. But we gotta be careful with this Thorn guy. These guys just snowball out of control. Here we go. Probably should have played that in a different order, but yeah, it is what it is. We got another Reaper. Hopefully we'll get it and we'll heal. Oh boy. Flex, and then let's get this spiky boy out of our way. And then we'll deal with them as well. I'm not very confident on this deck still. And now watch we win. Watch this whole run I'm talking about this deck not being confident in it, and watch we win. That'd be something else. They say that anything under like a Ascension 15, which we're on Ascension 2, they say anything under Ascension like 15 is almost always very winnable. So let's do it this way, and then we'll do it like that. Alright, excellent. Ooh, Wild Strike. Another Metallicize would be good, or another Disarm. I'm probably gonna go with another Metallicize. And now, is there more shops up here? Well, we'll do here. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. This guy's super annoying, and I don't ever fully understand how he works. So we'll clothesline him and give him weak, and then he changes his intent when you deal damage to him, but I don't remember what order his intent is, and I never know if it's better or worse to attack, or how many times to attack. He's just kind of up in the air, what's gonna be good. Now let's clothesline, and then heavy blades. There we go. Excellent. 6 damage. Hopefully we get some Reapers with all this strength and heal a bunch. Battle Trance first, and then shrug it off, and then I'm not sure why that didn't draw a card. But we'll go here, and then we'll go here. Oh, that was that's awful. That's definitely not worth it, taking 15 damage. But again, Reaper's more mitigation at this point than anything. So I don't think we're going to I don't think we're going to go to that elite fight. Ooh, I'm not sure if we're going to make it to any fights after this. This might be it. This guy here. Well, oh my goodness. Disarm. Block. Yeah. It's not looking good. That was an excellent turn. Now you might say that it's best to keep to myself and not keep changing his intent, but hey, there we go. We gained health and we're not taking any damage. That was excellent. Like I said, let me know in the comment section below if how his reaction works. I never understand. So it's just not something that I follow. Now this one's especially bad because he's going to give us a wound card that just cannot be, it's just a spare card. Oh, although my Amamori took care of it, which is excellent. Let's see if we can kill him. Oh, I'm not sure why I took damage there, but we killed him, and to the next fight we're going. Ooh, what to do? Give me some strength. I don't even care anymore. We're just trying our best. And then let's go to a shop. Anything good? Exhaust 1 card, draw 2. Rampage can be excellent as well. Let's let's see. Start each combat with this. Kunai is great, but we don't have enough money for that. Let's grab this and heavy blade. Let's get out of here. Again, another multi-fight. We excel at these, so we should be able to rage, shrug it off. I'm looking for like a Jax or a Flex, and then immolate, and then cleave, and then let's bring back a, I guess it doesn't matter if we bring back immolate, and then we're in an excellent spot. And that rage did really good work for us. I might be undervaluing that card, but excellent. Yeah, what a drastic difference between this fight and the previous fight. Let's go with one of those, and we're chugging along here. Pen-Nib's gonna do work for us. This deck's actually getting pretty good. I'm gonna go here, and I might upgrade. I might heal up, because we got ourselves some fights to be doing. Again, multi-fights are excellent for us. And we get a free turn to get that off, which is great. Are those exhausted? Oh, yeah. Alright. Well, it does good damage. I gotta keep that in mind, how Fiend Fire works. Let's do a boatload of damage this turn. We're gonna take some damage this fight. This guy's gonna destroy us if we don't kill him soon, but yeah, it is how it is what it is. Let's inflame. Great. Yeah, I don't know how I feel. I'm not confident in this deck, like I say, but I mean, it is doing good work for us. We're starting to get some good things going. Let's actually flex, heavy blade. Beautiful. And these guys don't attack, they just add dazes into the deck, so we're doing good things. Alright, and Pen-Nib's pretty good. 2 more attacks and we're going to Pen-Nib it up. Let's let's get a honestly, let's go with that. Alright, this guy, as long as we get our demon form out, we're gonna do well against this guy. Disarm's good as well. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. We'll get it the next time around. Yeah, we'll get it the next time around. Starting with that 10 defense is so underrated, or overlooked, I should say. Anchor is great. I love it. So let's heavy blade, headbutt. I want to headbutt back the Jax, because it's just super good. In my opinion, it's how we're gonna scale up and beat guys with 500 HP. So shrug it off, and then Jax flex, pommel strike, shrug it off. Armaments, I guess, get that upgrade out. Like I said, I was hoping to have demon form by now, but it's not in the cards. All right, well, we don't need to use that because he's gonna start doing some damage. I think it's his next turn. He's gonna start doing major damage. Demon form, defend. And we're gonna eat a lot. I think this might have been a bad choice. I think we shouldn't have taken that. Strike, and then a clothesline will weaken him. Excellent. Good, good, good. Sorry if I go silent. I'm just trying to mill this out. Like I said, this is a pretty long video, and it's not a thing that I'm used to doing. Kind of keeping this constant train of thought. Let's power through, defend heavy blade. Because he already has weak, and I wanted to get that defense up. But you see how much defense I can generate. I'm in a pretty good position most of the time. Let me go with one of those. We're gonna take a lot of damage here. This might be the end of us. He's pretty powerful. If we disarm, flex, disarm, defend, Reaper, get us at least another turn. And that's really what I'm shooting for, at least another turn. And then we're going to defend, inflame, and Reaper, and that might be it for us. Yeah, that's it for us. Well, that's, good game. I don't think that was the strongest deck that I could have had. Like, I've definitely made some mistakes, especially early on. We just didn't get the cards that we needed in Act 1, and so all of Act 2 we were playing behind, and instead of upgrading, we were healing. We just kind of got behind, and so that's how it goes. It was a slow, painful IronClad death. Next up, I'll play the silent, but until then, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I plan on bringing out one episode of these hopefully every day or so. So see ya.